It's Sunday morning, and looks like nautical twilight is turning into civil twilight. Sun will rise soon, and it'll be a glorious day. Glorious first day of the week. Tell you what, I enjoy getting up early and doing some writing. I was up at 3:41 this morning doing a little bit of writing, and I just recorded a couple of videos for wisdom, letting go of being stupid, my book, my project I'm working on. But writing in the morning for me, this is just me. You might have your own writing style or writing schedule, but I like to get up, drink coffee, and write, and just start writing. And that first hour in the morning, the first 30 minutes in the morning, that sometimes is the best creative space for me. A lot of times I'll be having a dream and I'll just wake up and write my dream out, which my dreams are weird. Probably because I'm a very creative individual anyway, and then I take methylene blue and that just activates my mind. Take a lot of copper. And I stay away from aluminum. The interesting thing about early morning creativity is that your serotonin and melatonin are the best, most stable at this point. If you sleep a 4-hour cycle, if you're one of those people who gets up at 4 hours from a nap or whatever, try it then too. The way that the human body is created, we get really, it's all the way down from your 4-hour cycle. You get the 17 minutes at the very bottom, or 11 minutes or whatever. It's a very small amount of time where just the full recharge. Your cortisol goes away. Your melatonin, your serotonin equalize, redistribute to your body, and your body really recharges. And then you creep back up from there, and you go through different stages of rapid eye movement, which is what you normally happen when you're dreaming. I dream the instant I close my eyes, sometimes even lucid dreaming before I go into my middling slumbers. I'll start dreaming before I fall asleep, and it's really interesting, and I've toyed around with lucid dreaming before, and it's fun. But that's just me. For anybody though, when you first get out of your sleep state, I would suggest writing. And even if you're not a writer, you might just get up and write down, what would I like to do today? What are my goals? What are my dreams? What are my visions for the day? Remember, tomorrow never comes. It's always today. Even at midnight, even at 11:59 and 59 seconds, when it's today, and one second is tomorrow. When that second comes, tomorrow begins today, the new today, right? Some people always wait for tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Well, are you really going to do it? Are you actually going to get that done? Oh, I'm drinking Parker's coffee. Parker's, two brothers got together and decided to make some gas stations, and they've been really successful in the Savannah area. The blue Parker's is one brother, and the green Parker's is the other brother. They both use blue and green for their colors, but interesting. And they would have never been successful had they just said, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. So you got to get up and start writing. This is the biggest tip. The biggest tip is to just do it. Just start, man. Just start writing. It doesn't have to be good. As a matter of fact, it's not going to be good. It's going to be garbage until you edit it. But the editor you is not the morning you. The first you is the writer you. Just vomit out all the ideas. Blah. Sometimes when I'm writing fiction, I get stuck. I'll write poetry, which just loosens different muscles in my brain. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this better now. I can do this, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes when I get stuck writing, I'll draw, or I'll run, or I'll create, or I'll, have sexual relations and just change my chemistry. Take a nap. When I first get off work, I love to just come home and chill. Well, my day job. I'm going to come home and chill, but I'm sitting outside, got a soda pop or whatever. I'm sitting outside. I'm ready to go back into work. When I say go back to work, I don't mean go back to my 9 to 5. I mean go back to my side hustle, which is writing. So I will stay on the clock. So I get up at 4, and I work from 6 to 2:30. And then I'll get home at 3:30, 3:15 sometimes. Sit down until 4 o'clock, from 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So I only work a half day. 6 to 6. I only work a half day, and I'll just bang it out. I'm still on the clock. And I'm not working for that paycheck. I'm working for a different paycheck. My paycheck that will come for residual income, which we all know. We go to a 9-to-5 job. We work, and then they pay me. What I want to do with my writing is I want to work and then pay. So that's passive. That's residual. It happens when I'm sleeping. I make money when I'm sleeping, because that's what my books do. My books are tiny employees marching into the future. Writing is intellectual property, and so whether you're creating a mechanical patent for a new corn cob dehusker or something like that, it doesn't matter. A mechanical patent is still writing. You're still writing the thing down. You're still drawing it out. If it's a story, if it's a process, if it's a SOP, if you're Kaizen, doing something interesting at work, you take that home and you apply it to your own life. Early morning creativity. Not knowing, not knowing, but not caring how perfect it is. Just get over that. Just get over the idea that it's going to be okay. No, it's going to be garbage. That's okay, and that's fine. It's fine to have garbage come out of your hands, whether you're longhand or typing. I'm a typer. I write poetry longhand, so that's different actual muscles in my brain, different philosophical connections, different theological connections, different fictitious connections. Well, connections that involve fictitious things. Although one could argue. No, there's a neurochemical link. So the writer Polly gets up in the morning and writes down his things. And then the editor Polly doesn't come along. I don't let editor Polly in the room. Editor Polly can be a prick. I don't want to talk to him right now. I want to just talk to Creator Polly. Creator Polly is full of great ideas, and he's got some things to say, and not all of it makes sense. Some of it I'll just open up a new document and then blah, there's a vignette or a blurb or an idea, just a loose idea, or a scene, a vignette. It's just something, the snapshot of this world build, right? Oh, that's so red. Wow. Whoa. Oh, wow. My camera just got an update last night from Samsung, and it's got all sorts of weird things going on with it. I don't even know. Keep writing, man. Never stop writing. Just have all these loose... Organize your documents, sure. Make sure that they're all organized. You don't want just stuff floating around. I have big problems with that because I'm a very unorganized person. But super creative, but super unorganized. So it's hard to... It's hard to say, oh yeah, that was this story. So I'll title my story usually the first sentence of the story. Like this thing I'm writing right now, which is about a man who invents soldering. This guy who invented the little chime for his telegraph machine in the 1809, was it? In 1837. No, 1837, the teleharmonium was invented. So 1809, so the first iteration of electronic music is actually a ringtone, which is, kind of funny. But no, it's a soldering. Anyway, I don't know how to say his name. I'm pretty, I just looked at it, never said it out loud. So, anyway, the idea is that I'm talking to a guy, it's just casual conversation. We're talking about electronic music, and we're talking about the invention of drum and bass, which came from jungle, which came from just basic techno, which goes back to Kraftwerk, the 1970s, etc. But really, electronic music came from electronics, or electrics, as it was called back then, and in any tone created from electric is electronic music, basically. But I'm going to title that the electronic music thing, or whatever the conversation is, and that's the title of this vignette that I'm writing. And I'm not going to save it anywhere that's attached to another story. I'm just going to keep it as a floating idea, keep it as its own story, quote unquote, because I might use it. I might pick the whole thing up and put it over here, change the people's names who I'm talking to, change the situation, the dynamics. Because any great conversation, think about Kevin Smith when he wrote the movie Clerks. There's several conversations in there: Chewlie's gum, the Death Star. Several conversations in there that you could take and put anywhere. Like most of the movie is conversations that you can just take and put somewhere else. And I think Kevin Smith is a genius that he just had this movable podium, right? The store clerk, the clerk is just there, and it's just almost like an open mic night where the people come and go and they have conversations with each other. And then the overall arching theme is that the store is, I assure you we are open, etc. The hockey game on the roof, etc. All that extra stuff. The bathroom scene with the dead guy, that's hilarious. But the conversations can be used elsewhere, and they should. So whatever you're writing, it doesn't matter if you're going to use it right now. Just get it out there, put it down, because then the instant you write it, in the United States at least, it becomes copywritten. And so I will timestamp my stuff with Google Docs and say, oh yeah, I made that. It's a good lesson. All right, thanks for participating and thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Get some writing done, and remember, it doesn't matter if it's good or not, because good comes later. What matters is that you get it out. Just get it out.